Hey, distance learners, here's what we're going to be doing today. You're going to be doing that Compromising for a Constitution Google Doc that's on your Google Classroom. A quick reminder before I open that up and show you what to do. Your homework is still that preamble visual vocab. That's going to be due on Tuesday the 29th. Your learner profile is past due. Remember, I do accept late work, but just at a 15% deduction. So you can still turn this in. The highest you will get is 85%, which is still a decent score. You have 50 more days till the end of the term, so 50 more days until your grades are final in the grade book. So make sure you're still keeping track of your assignments so your grades are exactly where you want them to be. All right, so today's assignment is going to be this Compromising for a Constitution Google Doc. Go ahead and open that up. On the first page, it'll look like this, where you have 3 different columns: Virginia Plan, the New Jersey Plan, and the Great Compromise. And then you have a word bank below. What you're going to be doing is taking these descriptions that are in the word bank and putting them into one of these 3 categories. You're going to know what description goes with which category based off the text right here. This text is going to directly align with that first page, so this would be the easiest way to find that information. If you'd rather Google the information, that's okay too, but I personally as a student would probably use this because I literally took stuff from the text for that Google Doc. So let's say after reviewing the text, you think that this one goes in this New Jersey plan right here. You can right-click, hit cut, and paste, and it'll show up. Or if you want, you can just highlight the whole thing, click, and drag it on over to whichever column you think it belongs to. Go ahead and use that column or use that chart to answer the questions below. You can also use the text to answer the questions below. And then the second page, page 2 of that Google Doc, you're going to use the video that's in the instructions. It's also linked in on your Google Classroom to help you fill in those blanks, so the vocab, and then fill in the blanks. Again, the video is going to align pretty much directly with the document, so it might help to put it on closed captioning. That way you have that audio cue, but also visual cue on when the answers are coming up. And then here's a word bank below, just in case that would also help you out. All right, and then you just have one question that you need to answer based off those notes. And that's a really important question because it will be on your end of the unit exam. Speaking of your end of the unit exam, in the end of the unit exam, when it asks you about the Virginia plan and the New Jersey plan, you are going to be responsible for looking at a chart and the population. Smaller states liked one plan in particular, and larger states liked one plan in particular. So your job is to look at the population size of each state and figure out if it's a larger state, and then using what you learned in class to figure out if that state would want to be a part of the Virginia plan or if that state would be a part of the New Jersey plan. You don't have to do this today. This is just a heads up on what to expect for your end of the unit exam. Of course, it's going to have more states, like the actual 13 colonies or 13 states that made up the United States, but this was just kind of a for fun practice so you know what to expect. And then that last question on your Google Doc, remember, is also going to be on your unit exam. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is just going to be notes. It's not going to be an assignment, so this is not going to be due. Just remember that you do get to use your notes on some of the assessments, quizzes, and stuff like that we do in class. So make sure that you're still doing those notes, especially because this information is going to be on the test and you can use it for other assignments. But just know that it is not due for homework. All right, I think that's pretty much all I needed to say. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. My contact information is right down here at the bottom of the post. Have a great day, guys.